Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover Spiral. I love Spiral. I, hopefully, by the time you're seeing this video, have pulled Spiral from one of the new Titan crystals. I don't actually know because I'm recording this the day of the Titan drop, but it is before the Titan crystals are released, so this video will be coming out after the fact. But the content of this video is really not relevant in terms of the star level. It's just showing a Spiral rotation that I prefer. That's sort of the whole idea of this video. The title is going to be something like why I prefer Spiral's Special 1 over her Special 2, something like that, where it's not too wordy. But the whole point is I am a massive fan of Spiral as a champion in general, one of my favorite champions released in 2024, and one of my favorite mystics overall. But her rotations, she has a couple of them, they sort of vary. Now, personally, I am going to show off the rotation that I prefer in this video, which is the Special 1 only rotation. So, obviously, Spiral has amazing access to damage with her Special 1 and her Special 2, and most people will probably advocate for Spiral to use her Special 2, and I think that's totally fine. However, I find that the control and the damage that you get from going Special 1 spam only is way more fun and way more consistent. I feel like you're in so much more control of the matchup, and your Ruptures are lasting so much longer. I mean, look at that. I have 37 Ruptures stacked up on Serpent right now, and it just doesn't stop. Just doesn't stop. Pausing them even more, siphoning that power because he has that massive power gain. Every time we try to power steal the opponent when they have a power gain effect, we deal even more damage to them. And now, all I need to do is block one hit of Serpent's special, and he's dead. So, completely controlling the matchup there. 58 seconds for punching up with the 6-star rank 5 Ascended Spiral. 100% health. He barely threw any specials in that fight. I think he threw 2 specials in total. Spiral is just an absolute menace with the Special 1 loop, because you maintain your Ruptures way more than you would if you were to go Special 2. Now, obviously, the benefit of the Special 2 is if you crit on the Special 2, deals nice damage. That's great. But critical hits are obviously based on RNG. That Rupture damage is guaranteed. You are guaranteed to have that Rupture damage, regardless of crits or not. Let's go fight another champion that's extremely annoying. Let's go fight Maestro. Spiral is also pretty solid for Maestro, because those fervors can bypass that glancing. So, it's the same sort of idea here. We gotta knock down Maestro initially first to make sure I can build up my fervors. But after we get the knockdown, after I go for one combo here, go for a parry into a heavy attack, go for a little stand-up, and then now we just spam Special 1. We have the buff potency increase from that one glancing, and the damage already is looking pretty nice. We're still inflicting those Ruptures. Now we have the Dancing Blades on our side. Throw another Special 1. Still power stealing Maestro. There's another knockdown. Throw the Relic here, and then go for another full combo with the Ruptures and the Fervors. And if we get lucky here, he might be dead. Yeah, that should be it for Maestro. Yeah, beautiful. So, complete control of that Maestro fight. Yeah, it wasn't super duper fast, but that was so safe and so consistent. The issue with the Special 2 is if you don't land those crits, man, you're really hurting for the damage. But the Special 1 only loop, it's so safe, it's so consistent, you stay so high in your health bar, you're basically preventing the opponent from throwing too many special attacks because you have that constant power steal from inflicting those Ruptures. It truly is just magical how fun and how consistent the Special 1 loop is. Let's go fight a rank 3 Hyperion as well, just to show how crazy her control is when the opponent does have power gain. Now, that Maestro had no power gain, and we still just slaughtered him. We just still absolutely destroyed him. But now, with power gain, we're going to be stealing even more power when we inflict those Ruptures. And, yeah, Hyperion just can't do anything. I accidentally pushed myself to special 2 there, but that's totally fine, because all I'm going to do is bait this special. Throw the special 2. And see, there's a perfect example of the special 2 didn't really feel super great. Even though I didn't have, high ruptures, I understand that. But we got 1 crit there, and just didn't feel super great. But stacking up all these ruptures with the special 1 loop, yeah, that feels very nice. Because you're constantly sealing the power. And look at this. You can just dash back into special 1 and just cycle them. This is crazy. I mean, this is absolutely insane. He's going to gain another power gain. I'm going to throw another special 1. And I've got 30 ruptures on him. That damage is going to keep going up and up. And even while pushing myself to a, poor damage special 2, we still just completely and utterly destroyed that fight. Let's go fight a bigger Hyperion and try to do just special 1 only, just to show the control. So this is 516,000 health, basically like story content health pools, mini bosses in Alliance War, stuff like that. Gonna build up the alternative combo meteor to ensure I get max fervor. Do some full combos, and now we use that special 1 to gain more ruptures on the opponent. We're gonna dash back into another special 1, and just look at this. Look at this control. He's gonna gain another power gain. Doesn't matter. Just gonna steal more of his power. Now we're going to bait a special attack. I gave him the dexterity buff from dexterity. I gave him the precision buff from dexterity, which is going to increase my buff potency even more. He's going to gain another power gain there. Just, again, look at this. Look at how crazy this is. If the opponent has power gain, like Serpent, like Hyperion, you can just bully them like this and basically maintain your buffs for the entire fight. And the higher power they go, the more power you steal when you inflict those ruptures. Look how, I never left the max cap of fervors there. And that fight was just a couple of seconds slower than the fight with 200,000 less health. So adding 200,000 health only increased the fight duration by a couple of seconds. She scales exceptionally well the higher that health pools get. Let's go fight a bigger Hyperion, right? Let's just keep the ante going. Let's just keep going crazy, fighting bigger and bigger health pools. So this is like 1.1 million. This is knocking on the door of what a potential Everest level or Epoch or Epic of Pain level health pool could look like. We got 14 fervors, which is not the max, but it's basically the max. We're going to inflict those ruptures on essentially every hit. Now I'm at the max of 15, and the special 1 cycling, it begins. I'm going to try to trigger dexterity here so I can give him the buff. Perfect. Now that I've made that special 1, I can just keep throwing my special 1s, stealing that power. And because I'm stealing so much power, by the time he gets a bar of power and the power gain back, I'm already at another special 1. So I can just do this, like, spiral loop for a long time, because I'm stealing a lot of power when he has that power gain. Now, finally, I have to bait a special attack. But look how much power and look how much health I took off of a champion with over 1 million health. Look how much health I took off, almost 50%, by just spamming special 1s. Let's give him the rubble buff, steal power because of that power gain, 46 ruptures. We're going to go over 50 ruptures here. I'm back at another special 1. It's just crazy. I gave him the dexterity buff because of my dancing blades. And now, finally, I have to throw another special 1, or I have to bait another special attack from Hyperion because of the power getting too high. But it's just crazy. 1 or 2 more special 1s, and this fight is basically over. 1 more special 1 here, and that's it. Completely and utterly controlled that fight like it was nothing. 100% health. 1 minute and 43 seconds for 1.1 million health Hyperion. That is nuts. Crazy stuff. Now, what does that look like against the champion that doesn't have crazy power gain? Well, it looks more or less the same. So like I said, what happens if the opponent doesn't have a power gain buff and doesn't really have a lot of buffs constantly? Well, let's go fight Hercules. Let's go fight a couple of these big Hercules bosses in the CCP beta map and show you exactly what happens. So Hercules does not have a massive amount of buffs, nor does he have a power gain buff. But we can still absolutely bully him, no problem. So the cycle has begun. We are now applying those ruptures on Hercules. Spamming special ones. Placing those ruptures. Now I have the, max fervor stack. I still have the dancing blades. Throwing another special one. Another special one, and Hercules is going to be dead the moment I take a blocked hit. And there he goes. So again, not super duper fast. Like, she's definitely not going to be winning speed races for the most part, but very consistent with that special one spam. Super duper consistent. So I'm actually going to go fight another champion that I feel would be better, because Hercules is not like her best matchup, but she can definitely do Hercules. Let's go fight Nova. I think Nova will be an excellent showcase of how Spiral feels in a matchup where there is power gain, but it's not a power gain buff. And there are other buffs to take advantage of, but you can still just completely annihilate the opponent with that special one spam. So one thing about Spiral is she does extremely benefit from being able to stun the opponent. If you can't stun the opponent, she does start to suffer a little bit, but it's nothing that you can't avoid. She can definitely still take down opponents even if they're stun immune, like you just saw with Hercules earlier. You can definitely still do that. And Nova here is no exception. Already up to 30 stacks of ruptures, and look at that damage. I mean, that is some crazy damage that we're dealing. Let's pause the ruptures again, because the specials pause the ruptures on the opponent, and there goes Nova. In 42 seconds. Just total destruction. Just absolutely annihilated him. So like I said, Spiral is just amazing. Overall, incredible. I had to cut the recording there because of a phone call, but doesn't matter. We're still absolutely cooking here with Spiral. And like I said, being able to stun the opponent is pretty important, but it is not essential. But if you can stun the opponent, man, things just become so much easier for Spiral. And you don't have to worry about losing out on momentum because you can just keep the combo going over and over again. So let's bait the special 2 here from Nova. Wow, that was a huge lag spike. Let's throw the Dancing Blades. 14 Fervors. Again, this is a 500,000 health Nova here that is just getting absolutely bullied by Spiral. Throw the Relic here. And there go a lot of my Ruptures, but it's totally fine. We can get them right back up with this special one. And if we get some crits, Nova's gone. So that was a 500,000 health Nova in 1 minute flat. 500 and some odd thousand health Nova in a minute flat. We're not messing around here, man. This is a 1 million health Nova, almost 1.1 million health. And again, 6-star, rank 5, Ascended Spiral. No boosts, no synergies, no recoil, none of that. This is just Spiral going crazy as a 6-star, rank 5 Ascended character. Just nuts, man. Just absolutely wild that I'm getting this level of damage, this level of consistency from a 6-star rank 5. I can't even imagine a 7-star rank 3, 7-star rank 4, like, doing this same loop, just going for the special 1 spam. It would be insane. Absolutely wild. Just look at this damage. Again, this is a 1 million health Nova that we're going against here. Let's get the Dancing Blades to trigger. Another special one at 12 Fervors. We're about to go to 13 in a second here. Gonna throw a light attack. Get the 15. Get the Dancing Blades to trigger. Another special one. Just more power to steal. Abusing those buffs on Nova to ensure that the Rupture potency is super high. I lost some of my Ruptures, but it's totally fine. We're going to pause them again with a special one. I got to build back up to my max Fervor stack, and there we go. Get the Dancing Blades up. Another special one. And just look at this damage, man. Look at how consistent this damage is. Pausing those Ruptures, applying those Rubble buffs. Another special one here. Again, this is 1.1 million health. No power gain buff from Nova. There is no power gain buff here from Nova. This is just abusing Nova with Spiral and at her base. You know, we're turning those buffs that he's gaining into Rubble, or at least the ones that we can turn into Rubble. And that was 1.1 million health in 1 minute and 49 seconds. With Spiral, without a power gain buff. So you compare that to the Hyperion fight, and it's just a tiny bit longer. The Hyperion fight is just a tiny bit faster than the non-power gain Nova fight. So if this video hasn't convinced you of how incredibly powerful Spiral's Special 1 loop is, I don't know what else I can do. Maybe if I have the 7-star and once I get her to rank 3, because I'm absolutely going to take her to rank 3 if I get her, maybe I'll revisit this video and show how powerful it is with the 7-star, but even just with the 6-star, you cannot deny that that control, that level of consistent damage output, especially scaling up in health pools, is wild. So, I really hope you all enjoyed this Spiral showcase of why I prefer Spiral's Special 1 loop compared to any other loop that you use with Spiral. And if you have had your mind changed about Spiral with this loop or just Spiral in general, please let me know. I really hope that I was able to convince you that she's a good champion. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you liked the video, and I really hope that you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and also hitting like. Both of those things are incredibly helpful for the channel and pushes the word out there to the YouTube algorithm that I'm making content that people are enjoying. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.